Journal Record associate publisher Ted Struley joins us now to discuss more stories making news in business. Ted, thank you for being with us.
Glad to be here, Susan.
Well, we understand that this week Continental Resources has reached an unusual deal with royalty owners. What's involved?
They did. They agreed to settle a lawsuit for $61 million up front. But the unusual part is that they also agreed to eliminate some of the deductions they take from the royalty payments. Those are deductions for things like the cost of transporting the product. Altogether, that could be a much bigger deal than the $61 million up front and could bring that settlement to worth well over $100 million.
Well, in other news, there is talk of eliminating the Oklahoma Court of Criminal Appeals. Can you explain that one for us?
This has been going on for a little while. There's a group of would-be reformers that think we should do away with the Court of Criminal Appeals. That's the highest court of resource for anybody with a criminal conviction. Civil suits can go up to the state Supreme Court. We're one of only 2 states that has that method. Those who would like to see it go away say there can be conflicts of jurisdiction, particularly in death penalty cases where there may be both a criminal and a civil question at stake. Proponents of keeping the way it is say that's never really occurred here. There's no reason to make that kind of a change.
Well, a new poll shows that over 57% of Oklahomans still favor medical marijuana. The Journal Record hosted a panel discussion on that issue. What was the takeaway?
Well, you know, what was really interesting in that discussion was that everybody is really closer to the same page than you might think. There's very little opposition, it seems, to marijuana as a therapy for people who need it. The questions are really around whether this particular state question sets it up in a stringent enough way that it eliminates a lot of the questions and risks about how that's going to be administered.
And elsewhere, there's increasing demand for athletic trainers, and the profession is requiring additional education. What's the latest in that arena?
Well, athletic trainers are really expanding beyond just sports teams into some other areas, including industry. And so the requirements to be an athletic trainer are getting more stringent. Not so long ago, it only took a bachelor's degree. Now it really requires a master's, and soon probably will require a doctorate. It's going on much the same trajectory as physical therapists did. That profession is expected to need postdoctoral work by 2020.
All right, Ted Struley with the Journal Record, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Susan.